Hey guys, it's KevyDog4. Today is a very exciting day because there is an NBA title to be won today because Game 6 is over and the Cavs won again. So, this is what happened. The Cavs took Game 6 115 to 101 to tie up the series 3-3. No team has ever come back from a 3-1 deficit in the finals to win it. So, either they're going to make history by winning their first title and overcoming that, or the Warriors are going to cap off their 73-9 season with a title. So, in this game, Golden State did not lead. The field goal percentages for each team: Cleveland shot 51.9%, Golden State only 40.2%. Free throw percentage, Cleveland finally was on top of this stat, 78.1%, Golden State 69%. Rebounds, Cleveland had 45, Golden State 35. Points in the paint, Cleveland 42, Golden State 30. LeBron James, huge game again, 41 points, 11 assists, 4 steals, 3 blocks, and Tristan Thompson 16 rebounds. So the overall highs, LeBron James led in the majority of these categories. He led with 41 points, Tristan Thompson his 16 rebounds, and LeBron led in assists, steals, and block, 11 assists, 4 steals, 3 blocks, and Steph Curry led on three-pointers with 6. So my predictions for Game 6 versus the reality of what happened, I predicted 112 to 107, the Cavaliers. Cavaliers won 115 to 101. Kevin Love, better game. No, he did not have a better game. He was only 1 for 3, 1 for 2 for 3-point field goals. He had 7 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists in only 11 minutes and 55 seconds. I predicted Channing Frye and Richard Jefferson would get more minutes. Frye didn't even play again, so this was the second straight game he didn't play. But Jefferson played 31 minutes and 52 seconds, and he replaced Kevin Love's time. So I predicted an important second unit for Cleveland. Jefferson and Shumpert were pretty much the only other unit for Cleveland. The rest of the players played very, very limited minutes, but Jefferson and Shumpert combined for 3.7 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals. So they did decent. I think most of the reason why they're in there is for the ball movement. Shumpert didn't get very many points, but I don't think he was a waste either. I predicted Stephen Curry to have a bad night. He was 8 for 20 on field goals. I think, because my writing is terrible. 6 for 13 on 3-point field goals. 30 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 6 fouls, 4 turnovers. He got ejected in the fourth quarter. So he had a lot of points, but his shooting percentage was fairly low, except for on the threes. But the rest of his stats were just awful. So Draymond Green, less presence. He definitely had less presence. He had 8 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, a block, and 5 fouls, as well as 1 turnover. And I predicted Cleveland was going to use their home court to their advantage, and they were able to #defend the land. So, improvements from Game 5 that were made and not made for Cleveland. Cleveland actually, for once, made all their improvements. They got the struggling starters out of the game. Kevin Love only played 11 minutes and 55 seconds because he was having bad minutes. Or not bad minutes, he was having bad stats, so they took him out and put in Richard Jefferson, and he did better. Shoot higher percentage shots. 50 out of their 77 shots were inside the 3-point line, you know. So that was a lot better. They didn't overshoot the threes this time. Shut down Draymond Green. They did a pretty good job. 8 points, 10 rebounds is about his normal, but he only had 6 assists, so they did a pretty good job there. Golden State, there were only 2 improvements they need to make, and they didn't make them, in my opinion. More presence from Draymond Green, once again 8 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. They needed to have more points from him and at least 3 or 4 more assists, and they didn't get them. And more presence from the backup centers. I'm particularly talking about Ezeli, Spates, and Varejao here. They combined for 10 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. So they did not combined. They did not fill up the spot where Bogut should have been. But the highlights, Cleveland outscored Golden State by 20 points in the first quarter. They were up by 16 at the half. Klay Thompson had 15 points in the third quarter. The lead was down to 7 in the mid-fourth quarter, but LeBron in the game, I think it was between the third and the fourth quarter, had 18 straight points. It was late in the game somewhere. Curry, at the end of the game, around the 4-minute mark, he fouled out, and he was ejected for throwing his mouth guard, and it hit a fan, so he was ejected, and he and Steve Kerr were each fined $25,000. Curry for that, and Steve Kerr for his criticism of the refs after the game. And what to improve for Game 7? I mean, this is for all the marbles here now, so each team needs to go out there with the mentality of getting a win. But Cleveland needs more bench production. Shumpert and Jefferson are the only regular producers, and also, for the most part, the only guys actually getting minutes in the game. So when the other guys come in, they each need to, for their minutes, they need to get reasonable stats for those minutes. Even if it's only 2 minutes, they each need to be getting points, rebounds, they need to be contributing. And Kevin Love and J.R. Smith need to produce or be subbed out regularly. To me, these two guys are the keys to this entire game for Cleveland. When Kevin Love struggles, which has been the majority of this entire series, at first they didn't do a good job of subbing him out, but now Tyronn Lue seems to have figured it out, and now he's using Jefferson instead. But with J.R. Smith, he's getting lots of minutes, even when he doesn't deserve it. And so if J.R. Smith is struggling, they need to put in Shumpert for a few minutes, let him rest, and then come back in. That's pretty key to me, is J.R. Smith. I think that he, in the past couple years, last year he really struggled in the finals. This year, especially at the beginning, he struggled, but the last game he did a pretty good job in the game before, I'm pretty sure. But he is a big key to this game, because if he's just in there as an empty body, then they're not going to be able to score. So they also need good defense, and they particularly need to shut out Draymond Green and the Splash Brothers. Draymond Green, to me, is the entire key for Golden State's winning and losing. For this game, his minutes weren't what his stats aren't what they normally were, and so if he's not producing, then the team's probably going to lose. And the Splash Brothers, for them, they had a couple bad games at the beginning of the series. I think between the first 3 games especially, they were down. Klay Thompson's figured it out. Steph Curry has gotten the point thing figured out, but in other categories, not as much. But even if they're down, if Draymond Green does well, they tend to win. So particularly, they need to get Draymond Green down. And for Golden State, their improvements have got to stop LeBron, Kyrie, and Tristan Thompson. Those 3 guys have been the best producers consistently throughout the finals. And if you can stop them, I think you pretty much have them, because the other guys aren't producing as much. And Draymond Green needs better numbers, and in my opinion, that means getting within 1 assist or rebound of a triple-double. When he gets close to triple-double, the team tends to do extremely well. Last game, he had the rebounds at the 10 mark, but the points, he only had 8. Assists, he only had 6, and to me, he needs to have at least 10 points, at least 10 rebounds, and 8 or more assists, and that's key. So thanks for watching. I will get this video up really fast, because I still need to make my prediction video, and the game is starting in about half an hour. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.